Well, it seems that 2025 has come to a conclusion, and one thing I'll say for Pixel 3D, it's somewhat interesting. So let's talk about it. If you were to ask me if Pixel 3D improved throughout this year, the one thing I'll say that it generally didn't improve that much as opposed to the year prior during the second half. With this year, they introduced a lot more broken weapons, as we can date this back all the way to February when we had the introduction of the Pixel games, and after that, it would slowly start snowballing with more broken weapons. Now, some of these weapons would eventually get nerfed, but as I mentioned in my last long form video, there will be no point as months after they will introduce another weapon with almost similar stats. And for the few weapons that would eventually get nerfed, these nerfs, however, wouldn't necessarily be that impactful, and they will still thrive even after the nerfs being applied. Even as of recently with this season introducing the Killer 2026 as well as the Thawing Repar. I would have mentioned the Plasma Charger here, but it did got nerfed pre-release, so once in a blue moon, they say. Anyways, there was barely any features being added to the game, which I've already talked about the reason why, but there was a few changes being made here and there. Redesigning the Season Pass challenges and making them being available weekly to moving the zero tier weapon you usually get from buying the Pixel Pass halfway through. As well as changing up the Pixel Pass, adding in different rewards, however removing Pixel tickets you would usually get from it, though they would eventually return to event sets. Not a lot of impactful things that were pretty good, but a few of these I would say were pretty nice to have. But yeah, I forgot about the elephant in the room, Pixel 2 being announced, which I'll talk about a little bit here in a second. Right then, I guess the next segment I'll talk about here is, well, the channel itself. This year, this channel had achieved a milestone back on the first day of May with it reaching 100 subscribers, which I didn't expect the channel to have to do is achieve 100 subscribers, which I do appreciate you guys for supporting the channel, which I would say was a bit lengthy due to the way that the current state of the game is. But at the end of the day, with me selecting Pixel 3D as the main focus for this channel, I'm not really expecting any fast growth with it. Where it is at as of currently, I'll always appreciate the opportunity. Speaking about that, might as well talk about, I guess, the future for this channel. Moving towards the next year, we'll be still sticking by to Pixel 3D content, though with the videos that have been somewhat been uploading as of recently, which don't worry, I'll revert back to my long form videos. But adding into the variation of videos I'll be uploading, being the short form videos I've been doing as of recently, the long form videos I'll be currently going back to, as well as the continuation of the Road to Level 65 series, since I haven't uploaded a video on the series for months, and I guess with the current objective that I have needing to complete it before Pixel 2. Speaking about Pixel 2, I did talk about this a few times where I don't think the game is going to be that terrible. I'm still going to try out the game on day one, though that does depend on the release date. Even though we might not get any more information about Pixel 2 or probably some next year, it wouldn't necessarily matter much as we're currently going to be going towards the release period. With the supposed info being early 2026, I expect this to be either releasing late March or early April, but only time will tell. Anyways, will we see some slight improvements for Pixel 3D? Will we see Pixel 2 succeed despite the backlash? The one thing I'll say, the future is indeed uncertain. But anyways, that's going to do for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and especially thank you guys so much for supporting this channel throughout the year. Despite the audience being small, I always appreciate you guys. Anyways, not much I can be able to say for now, so Happy New Year, stay safe, and I'll see you guys next year. I'll see you guys soon.